This is Anjanette, who is fostering.
This is Roxy.
Well,
She
hey,
actually
Roxy.
goes by both Roxy and Zoe. Zoe, can you sit? Good girl. And Roxy is a 10-month-old Lab Weimaraner mix. And she is very well behaved by a puppy. She is already house trained. She doesn't like the crate, but she's trusted outside of the crate. So we just kind of let her have free roam of the house. She doesn't get into anything. She's great with other dogs. She loves to play with other dogs. She'd probably love to have a dog sibling, but she also is real affectionate, so she'd be fine with just humans. She loves all people. She is great with kids. She will curl up right in the lap of my 10-year-old neighbor who loves to come to visit her. And she's just an all-around sweet, sweet girl. She's very smart. So, can you sit and stay? Look. Good girl. So we're still working on some leash training. She used to live in a yard, so she wasn't used to the leash. So that's her one thing we're working on. But she is just so smart and so trainable, and we're having a really good time with her. She's just a good, sweet dog. Look.
So tell me, how much exercise do you think Roxy needs to get in the course of a day?
Probably just average for a puppy. So she probably needs a couple good long walks a day. I probably take her in the morning for about a half an hour. Later in the day, maybe about a half an hour, 45 minutes, and then some intermittent potty breaks in between.
How is it going with the house train, given that she's such a young dog?
She's fabulous. So, come here. Come here. Good girl. So you can see she was real easy to redirect. She pays attention. Hey, Mama. Zoe, sit. She had one or two accidents the very first day just because we weren't yet in a routine. Yeah. But other than that, she's perfect. She hasn't had a single accident. She'll actually tell me when she needs to go. Oh, she'll just kind of nudge me and head to the door. She's been great. You're so good.
And so who do you imagine to be kind of the ideal adopter for Roxy?
I think she's really versatile. I think she could be pretty much with whomever. I think once they get the leash, once they get the leash thing down, she'd actually make a great running partner. She also loves kids, though. She absolutely adores kids. I think she'd make a great family dog. I would be worried about smaller children, like toddlers. So, only because she's so big and she's still kind of getting used to her body, she'd probably knock them over. Right. But 7, 8, 9, I mean, she loves kids. She'd really enjoy it. So I think she'd be a great companion for a single person or a couple or a family. I think she's real versatile.
Wonderful.